Hi everyone, I'm Allie, and I'm here to do another hour-long power flow with you. So grab your yoga mat, a block, a pillow, a water bottle, whatever you need, and let's get started. We're going to start today's practice in child's pose. You're going to bring your big toes together and settle your hips back onto your heels. Walk your arms all the way forward on your mat. Bring your forehead down to the ground. And as always, you can follow along with me as I practice or take any modifications that you need to make this class really your own for today. Begin to deepen your breath. Press your shins on the floor, settle your hips back towards your heels. Take a sigh out, letting go of any energy that's built up during the day that isn't going to serve you for this 1 hour. Walk your fingers forward, spread your fingers out wide. On your exhale, pull your belly towards your spine. 2 more breaths. Come up to tabletop, shoulders over your wrists. Stack your hips right over your knees. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, slide your shoulders away from your ears. Cow pose, drop your belly down. Look forward, tilt your tailbone up. Cat pose, arch your spine, look toward your knees. Cow pose. Cat. Cow. Cat. Come back to a flat back. Send your right leg straight back. Send your right heel up towards the ceiling. Bend your knees, stack your hip open, roll out your ankles, spread out your toes. So you're turning your right quad over to the right side. Getting a stretch through your right hip. Stretch your leg back out. Shift forward, knee to nose, arch your spine, pull your right knee into your nose. Press into the floor, breathe in, send it back. Knee to nose. Kick back. Knee to nose. All the way back. Tabletop. Cow. Cat. Flat back. Send your left leg back, bend your knees, stack your hip open. Roll out your ankles, spread out your toes. Even weight between both hands. I'm noticing I'm shifting my weight towards my right as I lift my left leg, so I'm going to ground through the L shape in my left hand. Send your left leg back, breathe in, knee to nose. Kick back. Knee to nose, pull your belly towards your spine. Kick back. Knee to nose. All the way back. Lower down. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up. Start to pedal out your feet. Slightly bend your knees. Send your heels down towards the ground. Shake out your head. Lift high on your toes. Sink your heels down towards the ground. Take another breath and lift high on your toes. Walk your feet to your hands. Separate your feet, hips what distance or wider. Grab onto opposite elbows, let your head hang. Shift the weight forward towards your toes. Stay still or sway side to side. I like to, as I sway, send my elbows to the opposite top corner of the mat to get a good side body stretch. So left elbow towards the top right corner, and then right elbow towards the top left corner. Release your arms down towards the floor. Walk your feet together. Break toes touch. Take a halfway lift. Press into your shins or your thighs. Pull your belly in and up. Fold forward. Release. Halfway lift. Flat back. Bow. Mountain. Hands at heart center. Slide your shoulders down. Pull your lower belly in and up. Ground through the four corners of both feet. 2 deep breaths together. Mountain pose, reach up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. High plank. Take a deep breath in. You can always drop down onto your knees in high plank. Press into the floor. Micro bend your elbows. Shift your shoulders forward. Lower all the way down to your belly. Press into the ground. Lift halfway up for cobra or all the way up for up dog, your choice. Easy to start though. Downward facing dog. Use your core to send your hips back. Take a deep breath in. Sigh out. Lift high on your toes. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop forward. Halfway lift, flat back. Fold forward. Mountain pose, reach up, lift your toes up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. High plank. Take a deep breath in, press into the floor. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Lift high on your toes. Bend your knees. Look between your hands. Step or hop forward. Halfway lift. Bow. Mountain pose. Engage your quads. Fold forward. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Set your gaze beyond the top of your mat as you lower down. Up dog. Look straight ahead. Lift the crown of your head. Downward facing dog. Lift high on your toes. Hover your knees. Look forward. Step or hop forward. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Fold. Halfway. High to low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Lift high on your toes. Bend your knees. Step or hop. Halfway. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga high to low. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. Press through all of your knuckles. Send your hips back. Sink your heels down. Lift up. Hover your knees. Step or float. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Rise up. Look straight ahead. Sink your hips down. Pull your lower belly up. Reach up and back. Fold forward. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Ground your left heel down. Reach both arms up. Pull your ribs down towards your belly button. One more breath in. High to low plank, and you can always skip high to low plank and go right to upward facing dog. Left side warrior one. Big breath in, reach your fingers up. Chaturanga, squeeze your quads in as you lower. Up dog, lift your knees, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. High on your toes. Bend your knees, step or float. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose, look ahead, sink your hips low. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Forward, high to low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Right side warrior one, use your core to rise up. Stay for one breath, sink your hips down. Press in both feet, reach as high as you can. Chaturanga, squeeze your elbows into your ribs. Up dog, shoulders back. Downward facing dog, left side warrior one. Breathe in, fill up. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Deep breath in. Side out, soften your knees. High on your toes. Hover your knees, press into your hands, step or float. Halfway lift. Forward fold, release. Chair pose. Lift your toes up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. High to low plank, belly to spine. Keep it engaged. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Breathe in. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side warrior one. Big long breath in. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Inhale. Side out. 2 more breaths. Clear it out. Lift high on your toes. Hover your knees. Step or float. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. 1 breath in. Fold forward. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. Warrior two. Shift your front thigh forward so it's parallel with the bottom of the mat, or as close as you can get it. Slide your shoulder blades together and down. Reverse warrior. Reach back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left side warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Take a full breath in. Sigh out, release. High on your toes. Bend your knees. Step or float forward. We're going to do 1 more round. Halfway lift. Fold. Just concentrate on your breath. Feeling it move in and out of your body. Chair, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. A little longer breath. Halfway. High to low. Up dog. Down dog. Right side warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left side warrior one. Warrior two. Big inhale, reverse. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Stay here for a breath. Sigh it out. Child's pose. Stay in child's pose or get a drink of water. Notice if you feel your heart beating at a different pace than it normally would. Just noticing it. Two more breaths. Reset. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. Knee to nose. Kick your right leg back. Right knee to right elbow, crunch your side body. Lift up. Right knee to left elbow, try to keep your hips high. We'll reach up. Knee to nose, crescent lunge. Press through the ball of your back foot. You can always drop down on your back knee. Send your upper arm bones back. Squeeze your lower belly in and up. Bring a little micro bend in your left knee. Send your right hand back, left hand forward. Press into both feet and draw your feet towards the center line of your mat. Like you're going to create a ripple through the center of your mat. Lift the crown of your head. Look towards your back hand. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Crescent lunge, reach back up. Warrior two. Reverse. Side angle. Press through the blade edge of your back foot. Lift the arch of your back foot. Pull your ribs down towards your hip bones. That creates length through your side body. One more breath in. Low lunge. Plant your hands around your right foot. Take an inhale. Send your right foot straight back, three-leg down dog. Shift forward to high plank. Option to keep your right leg lifted. Side plank, left hand down, right hand up. One more breath in. High plank. Take an inhale. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Full in. Sigh it out. Lift your left leg up. Knee to nose. Kick back. Knee to left elbow. Kick back. Knee to right elbow. Kick all the way up. Crescent lunge. Lengthen through your side bodies. Pull the center of your chest up. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Left hand back, right hand forward. Bring a bend into your back knee. Option to take your gaze towards your back thumb. As always, option to drop down onto your back knee. Crescent lunge, reach up. Warrior two, open up. Reverse warrior. Side angle. You can bring your elbow to your front thigh or to the inside of your front thigh or to your your left hand to your block. Look up towards your top thumb. Engage your back quad. Low lunge. Plant your hands. Turn onto the ball of your right foot. 3-leg down dog. Left leg goes back. Breathe in. High plank. Side plank. Right hand down. Left hand lifts up. Flex both feet. You can always drop down onto your bottom knee. One more breath in. High plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. Full inhale, side out. Lift high on your toes. Hover your knees, look towards your hands, step or float forward. Halfway lift, flat back, forward fold, breathe out. Chair pose, rise up. Bring your heels to touch. Lift your heels off the floor. Try to pull your heels towards each other as much as possible. Oops, sink your hips down. Look at the floor at one spot. One more breath in. Crow pose, plant your hands down. Keep your heels really high and bring your knees towards the backs of your upper arms. Start to lean forward. This right here is a great place to stay. Pull your belly up. Send your gaze past the top of your mat. Work on holding one leg up. And maybe your work here today is just switching both feet using your core. Maybe you hold both feet up. Wherever you are, breathe. Try to press into your fingertips, straighten your arms. Yogi squat, let your feet drop down, elbows to the insides of your knees. Drop your hips down, lift the center of your chest up. Lift the crown of your head. Press your knees into your elbows. Fold forward. Walk your feet together. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Rise up. Bring your arms long by your side. Lift your right knee to hip height. Grab onto your right knee or your right ankle. Open your right knee out to the right. Pull your left thigh in and up. Extend your left arm out. Come back to center. Take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Reach your right arm straight back. Come back to center. Reach both arms up. Airplane pose, send your right leg back. Even out your hips so your right knee or your right hip isn't popping up. Bend in your left knee. One more breath in. Half moon pose, left hand down. You can use a block or a water bottle. Right hand up to the ceiling. Shift the weight towards your left heel, so you're driving your right heel towards the back of your mat. Option to lift your bottom hand up. Breathe. Fold forward. Halfway lift, forward fold. mountain pose. Arms on by your side. Lift your left knee up to hip height. Bring your left hand to your left knee, open out to the left. Take your gaze to the right. Flex your left foot. Pull your lower belly in and up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Come back to center. Grab onto the outside of your left knee with your right hand. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Keep your belly engaged. Send your left hand back. Come back to center. Reach both arms up. Airplane pose. Bring a micro bend to your right knee. Remember, you're not here to be perfect. So fall out, get back in, really explore how you can move in this pose. What muscles engage? Where you feel strength, where you feel wobbly. Half moon pose, right hand down, left hand up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Mountain pose. Tree pose on the right. Bring your right foot to the inside of your right calf or your right thigh. Press into your right foot, press back into your right foot with your left leg. Option to open your arms, take cactus arms, any variation that feels good. Release tension in your face. Reverse, reverse, switch sides. And just breathe through this pose. Whatever it looks like is perfectly fine. For today, don't try to make it better or bigger. Just move from what feels good in your body. Release. Mountain pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank to low plank. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Triangle pose, bring your right hand down to the outside of your right foot. You can press onto your shin or onto a block. Reach your left hand straight up and press your hips out to the left a little bit and send your top shoulder blade back. Wide leg forward fold, turn your toes towards the left. Release your head to your neck. Walk your feet out really wide. Tilt your tailbone up. Let your head hang down. Halfway lift. Stay for the exhale. High plank, move forward. facing dog. Left foot, warrior one. Warrior two. Triangle pose. Spread your top fingers out wide. One more breath in. High plank. Breathe in. Slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Bring one cheek to the mat. Release. Bring your forehead to center. Arms long by your side. Big toes to touch. Press your thighs into the floor, your hip bones into the floor. Lift up locust pose. Lower down. Take a resting breath. Sigh it out. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Pull your knuckles towards your heels. Keep a micro bend in your elbows. Lift up. One more breath in. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift high on your toes. Bend your knees. Step or walk through onto your back. Last little push here. Bring your hands underneath your lower back. Flex your toes towards your face. Take a deep breath in. Lower your legs halfway down. Try to keep your legs straight. Breathe in. Look at your toes. Hover your heels. Pull your belly down towards your spine. Inhale, lift up. Lower a third of the way. Breathe in. Another third. Breathe in. Hover your heels. Look at your toes. Hold. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift your feet back up. This time, try to keep your legs as straight as possible. Keyword as possible, or key 2 words. Flex your feet towards your face. You're going to punch your heels up towards the ceiling, lifting your lower back. I want you to focus on pulling your lower belly towards your spine. Okay, inhale, lift. And then send your heels forward a little bit past your hips as you come down. Inhale. Belly to spine. Two more. Lift your feet back up. Hover your right heel over the floor. Breathe in. Hover your left. Switch. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you switch. If you want to add something to this, just look at your hovering toes. Two more breaths. Back to center. Heels down, bridge pose, press through your heels, lift your hips, press through your triceps, interlace your hands at your lower back. Another breath in. Lower down. Let your knees fall side to side. Back up, bridge pose, lift up. We've got 2 more back bends after this. Lift all of your toes up, press through the 4 corners of your feet. Use your thighs to lift. Lower down. Inhale. Exhale. Back up, bridge or wheel pose. If you're in wheel, work on straightening your arms. Lower down. Flat back. Knees sway side to side. Lift up. Bridge pose or wheel pose. Last back bend. Three more breaths. Push through. Lower all the way down. Bring the bottoms of your feet together, knees out wide. Take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Close your eyes. Soften the muscles through your face. Keep your feet pressing together. Keep your back pressing into the floor. Reach your arms up. Up overhead, I should say. Pull your knees in. Maybe take a happy baby pose if that feels good. Make your way to downward facing dog when you're ready. If you want to move through a final vinyasa, go for that. From half pigeon, from downward facing dog, we're gonna move to half pigeon. You can take a different hip opener if that feels good for you. And set your right knee right behind your right wrist, and your left foot will fall somewhere between your left hip and your left wrist. You can bring a block or a pillow underneath your right hip or underneath your chest. Try to create even weight between both hips and drop your chest down towards the floor. Once you're down, see if you can release your elbows forward a little bit more and shift the weight in your hips back slightly. Keep your breath deeper than your everyday regular breathing. While we're in half pigeon, I'm going to read you a story. It's from a meditation book that I really love, and I think it's really relevant right now because a lot of us are having to change our plans. We may have had things expected for this time that we're now at home that, we can't follow through with. And this story really addresses shifting out of perfection or holding on to a specific idea and seeing if there's a different way you can get the same feeling, the same intention out of something, even if it doesn't look exactly how you thought it would look. It's called holding out. There's an old story about a young man who's freezing on the side of the road in Alaska. He's hitching a ride to Miami. He's so cold he can barely hold up his handmade sign. After a long wait, a friendly trucker stops and says, "I'm not going to Miami, but I'm going as far as Fort Lauderdale." Dejectedly, the young man says, "Oh," and turns the ride down. Take 2 more breaths in this half pigeon. Switch sides. Settle in, release off your elbows. This is a folk myth of our modern culture that warns us against our want for perfection. How often do we refuse our fate under the guise of holding out for the right thing? How often do we turn down the path presented like a gift because it's not exactly what we're dreaming of? How often do we hold out for the perfect partner, the perfect job, the perfect house? How often do we martyr ourselves to some imagined ideal? How often do we lose sight of what we're really after, insisting on all or nothing when there is so much abundance wherever we are and so many opportunities that can help us on our way? It's like looking up at the sky filled with beautiful clouds and only looking for one that looks like a horse. Whether you find one or not, it's searching for one thing. Shift into looking up at the sky. Open your eyes and look to the same clouds. See what shape is waiting for you. Whether you find something or not, you're finding what is there. Take 2 more breaths. Slowly make your way up. Take a counter stretch if you need one. We're going to make our way back to an inversion. I like to take waterfall with a block underneath my lower back. You can take legs up the wall by shifting your hips to a wall nearby and sending your legs straight up the wall, just like in this waterfall pose. If you want to move through a different inversion for your practice today, go for it. And while you are in this waterfall pose, I just did this the other day. Look up at your toes and think of 10 things, count them on your toes, that you're grateful for. Just acknowledging all that is there. Release your feet down onto the floor. Take a full body stretch, legs up, or legs forward, arms up overhead. Deep breath in. Take fish pose with your hands underneath your lower back. Drop your head back. Take a deep breath in. Side out. Another deep breath in. Lower all the way down. Pull one knee into your chest. Send it over to the right for a supine twist. Come back to center and switch sides. Come back to center, hug both knees in, take a deep breath in. Shavasana. Bring your arms out long, legs out to the outside corners of your mat. Close your eyes. Soften your jaw, soften your belly. Deep breath in. Release. Begin to deepen your breath. Bring some movement to your fingers and your toes. Come up to seated with your eyes closed and your hands at heart center. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Bring your thumbs to the center of your forehead. Honoring ourselves and each other, we bow forward and say namaste. Nice work, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. If you have any questions, you can always leave us a comment or send us an email. And yeah, we'll see you soon.